how you doing? Welcome back to Sunfield's Gun Daughter's Andreas' narrative walkthrough, and today we are doing some more race tournaments here at the Los Venturas airport. The reason why I do that little movement is because it's going to be the flying races. Whatever. Yeah, you're going to be in planes this time, and that's why I had to wait to do these races, for, after we passed the flight school thing to get our pilot's license so the airport could open up so we could go to the races. And this is the final set of races for the entire game in terms of the race tournaments. I don't remember if there's actually a race you have to do again in an actual mission, but as far as the side missions go, this is the final set of races. So yes! And you will be, of course, in different planes. You like how we did the vehicle races and all that good, fun, fancy stuff. You are in different cars, motorbikes, whatever. But this time you will be in different planes. And as you can see, my flying absolutely sucks. But the good thing about that, more or less, I guess, is that, as you can see, you will not be against other competitors. And you won't even be against the time. Because the time will just be counting up. So basically what you're doing is just trying to, I guess, get a good time. So if you want to try and, I guess, like, try and beat it later on, maybe. But like all the other races, after you pass it, you get $10,000. So the reason behind this is really just trying to make it through the race in one piece without crashing, burning, and dying. Because if you do crash, and the plane explodes, you do get wasted, and you will wake up at the nearest hospital, and you'll have to go all the way back to the Los Venturas airport to start it up again. And like all the other races, if it says NA under the best time, then that means you haven't done it yet. So make sure it does have time under the NA on the little stats page when you choose a race. So let's see, on this second one, you are in a stunt plane, and yes, the smoke will be flying out at you, so it can kind of hinder your view. So yeah, it gets a little annoying. And again, with the stunt planes, if you remember kind of during the flight school, they are very tight on their handling controls and turns and all that stuff. So it might sound good, but ultimately to me it's just annoying because every little movement you make will send it flying off in some other direction. So you have to make small little adjustments. At least that's what I had to do. Like I suck at flying. I should never be a pilot. Don't give me a pilot's license. Don't ever do that. I'll just be a passenger. How's that? I'll be a passenger, not a pilot. Yeah. But so since you're not really going against the time or other competitors, take your time going through these because as you can see, you're going to be going, through forests. You're going to be going low to the ground, under bridges, between buildings, and you can hit light posts, all these other things. Be very careful for all that type of stuff. Power lines. It's just, like I said, making it through in one piece, really. So you'll notice that there's times where I might even miss a corona. But what I do is I fly back around, kind of do like a little spiral, or what is it? Corkscrew? No, corkscrew. A little spiral, I guess, downwards or upwards, whatever I need to do in order to actually reach the corona. But there is no penalty for having a long flight, a long race. No penalty for it. Like I said, just get through it. You'll get $10,000 for each race, except for the last race, but I'll explain that when that race comes. With this one, though, I think there's like, this is the second one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 races. Yes, there are 6 races for this. The next one is military service, and this one you will be in fun little aircraft called, I believe it's called a Hydra, if I remember correctly. I think that's what it's called. This one kind of flies like a helicopter and a jet. So, when you take off and land, it'll just hover up and hover down. But in order to go forward, like you see what I'm doing here, you want to press up on the right stick, I believe is what it was. You want to press up, and it'll turn the thrusters from, I guess, facing downwards to facing back, and to shoot you forward. Thrust you, or forward. Physics. But the thing with this, though, is you'll notice, though, that the wheels are still down. I didn't click in the R3 button to bring them up. And that is because, personally, for me, I like to... how would I put this? it's easier for me to control the plane. How about that? I like to keep them down because it's easier for me to control it. You don't go as fast. If the wheels were up, the jet would shoot forward really fast. And since we're going through a lot of different things, I found it a lot easier to keep it going slow by keeping the wheels down. I don't know how that works logically, but yeah, if you keep the wheels down, the plane will go slower, and it's a lot easier to handle and control personally for me. I don't have to risk too much of overshooting things. And you'll notice too that there will be targets like a crosshair that will try to target all the different vehicles below you on the ground, which is fun. But you probably noticed that I had shot a couple of rockets. So if the target turns red, from green to red, that means they're more or less locked on, and the missiles that you shoot will go down and blow up the vehicles, which, yeah, you saw it turn red. So if I shot right there, my missiles would go down. Heat-seeking, homing missiles, whatever you want to call it, would blow up the vehicle, which is fun. It's a fun thing to do. So, again, you're not trying to beat a time. So if you want to have a little fun with this aircraft, go for it. And then you can always go back, I guess, and try to beat the best time if you want to do that. I don't really see the point in it, but yeah. And then this one, you'll be in a helicopter. The last three will be helicopters. Like the races, they look short on the map, and they are short, but these planes and helicopters and stuff, helicopters especially, they are a little slow, more or less, unless you're able to find that right tilt of the tail of the helicopter and to propel itself forward. Thrust it forward? Nah, propel itself forward. I guess propel. I don't know. Again, I'm not a pilot. I know, right? These things are revealed to you daily. It's crazy, right? It's crazy. But yeah, it's short. It seems like a short race, but it can take a while because it just takes a while to get from one corona, I guess, to the next. But again, it's fine though. This one's a little more open, so this one's not as difficult as the last two. The last one will be more in cityscape, and so will the last one and the one before that, the next one, I guess you say, will be more in city landscapes. So again, just take your time, especially for once again the last two. All right. And hey, what times did you all get? Did you beat my times? I'm sure you did, because like I said, I suck at flying, so let me know what times you got if you want, I suppose. And this one, yes, you will be in San Fierro, flying through the buildings, around the bridges, all that fun stuff. Again, though, if you feel like you are kind of losing control of stuff, or of your helicopter, then just kind of slow down, take your time. Like with this right here, kind of want you to go underneath the bridge, so slow down, let yourself go down, and then go under the bridge, and then let yourself go up, whatever you gotta do to get on through. Hey, yo. Shizzle. So how's everyone doing? Like, what are you all gonna do for the holidays, I'll say? There's Christmas, Hanukkah, all that stuff. So what are you all gonna do for the holidays? Or for those that just don't celebrate at all, what are you gonna do in general this weekend? For me, I'm not gonna say what my beliefs are. This isn't that kind of channel. But yeah, I'm just going over to my partner's parents' house, staying the night there, just doing little stuff, fun stuff, opening stuff, I guess. But yeah, what are your plans? Anything fun? Anything interesting? I was hoping I'd be able to go back to Roswell or Albuquerque, or New Mexico, I should say, to visit my friends and family. But of course, with having the jobs that I have, it just would have been way too difficult to take time off, I suppose. And plus, it was too late to put in for time off. So. Okay, so this is the last one, Heli Hell, and yes, you will be in the Hunter chopper. So you can have fun as you go along by shooting. Don't lift up too far. Yeah. You can have fun by shooting your rockets and machine gun, whatever you want. You still can get a water level though while doing this. I believe, as far as I can recall, I believe you can. But yeah, this one, like I said, Heli Hell. This one you really have to be very careful of how you're going through or between buildings. Be slow, and yeah, probably see there, I don't know how good it is because, yeah, I am speeding up the video, as you probably noticed by now on this last race. Like I did with the other races, you know, after the first Corona or checkpoint, I speed up the video and then stop speeding it, like on the one before the final Corona or checkpoint. But, yeah, this one was a pain to get through. I did make it through on my first try, and hopefully you'll be able to make it through on your first try. Like, there was 1 or 2 tries I did on the previous races where I crash burned and got wasted and had to go all the way back to the airport to start over again. But this one, you just kind of realize, like, yeah, you don't really need to be too quick. Just make sure you have, you know, move the camera around with the right stick. Make sure you have it good going all around you as you dip or fly forward or lift up, whatever have you. Can any of you fly? Do any of you know how to fly though? I think it would be kind of fun to fly though in real life, like learn how to fly. Like nothing big or commercial, but like just little small stuff. Oh, okay, yeah. So all races won. All races won. You get $1 million, and oh my word, oop, fun, and saved by the transition. So yes, you get $1 million, like I said, for completing all of the race tournaments in San Andreas. So obviously we don't have any more to do with that. We cleaned that part up of the game. What else do we have after this? Oh yeah, we have, I think, like 1 or 2 other things to do after this before we start the next main story mission. And you'll be at 75.40% towards 100% completion, which is 3/4 of the way through. Awesome. All right, so that is it for this video. That is it for the races. I love you all. Peace out and goodbye.